outside? Should I run and hide? How do I take my company worldwide? Do you love the law? Did you watch Hee-Haw? What's the weirdest thing that you ever saw? What's it like in court? Favorite sport? Can you help with my book report? Is my hair too long? Am I right or wrong? And do you mind if I sing along to anything? Ask Alan anything in the world.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Ask Alan, the podcast. I'm Alan Crone, CEO of the Crone Law Firm. And today I've got a special guest. I think you're really going to enjoy hearing from him. His name is Edward Bogard, and he's the founder of SoGiv, which is an apparel company right here out of Memphis. Someday they'll be talking about this company in the same breath with Nike. I've got no doubt about that. Edward, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much, John, for having me. It's a pleasure.
Well, we enjoy it. I particularly, as frequent listeners of this program know, I love talking to entrepreneurs, and particularly Memphis entrepreneurs. Those are my favorite. And let me ask a couple, just kind of preliminary questions here. Edward, are you a Memphis native, or have you come here from someplace else?
Yeah, I'm a Memphis native. Grew up, born and raised here. I can't discredit the fact that we spend summers in Philadelphia, in Philly. My mom's sister lived there, so we'd often, leave family reunions, in LA or Chicago or something like that, and hop a plane or a Amtrak train and spend summers in Philly because my mom taught school. So she had 3 months, off in the summer. So I'm pro Geno's when it comes to Geno's and Pat's, the ongoing rivalry, cheesesteaks. But yeah, native Memphian, born and raised, attended Memphis State Campus School, Overton High, Colonial Middle School. I was in the Kappa Art program there, and then Overton High School. I was in the Kappa Art program there as well.
All right, good old Overton.
Absolutely, that's right.
What did your mama teach?
She taught in Henley Elementary in Orange Mound.
Okay, so just like a classroom teacher, or did she have a particular subject?
Absolutely. So she was a classroom, fourth grade was her, grade, and so let's see. She was a tremendous teacher. She would store a lot of my, clothes and shoes in the locker rooms. And, she'd give them out to the struggling families and kids throughout the school year. At an early age, she was basically just teaching me how to pay it forward and how to give back to, those less fortunate. She purposely chose to teach, in poverty-stricken areas like Orange Mound at Henley Elementary. I mean, the average household income level is, less than 10 grand a year annually. And that was her, her purpose area, if you will. She was a celebrated teacher, awarded Key to the City when she retired, and numerous proclamations throughout her 35-year tenure as a Memphis City school teacher. Well,
that's great. I don't even have to ask you. I know from just listening to you, you're proud of her, and you should.
Absolutely.
Be. My mama was also a Memphis City school teacher. So
oh, wow.
We got that in common. She taught art all over the place. And she taught the Airways and Chargene and
wow.
another place another school off of 3rd Street.
Okay.
It'll come to me in a minute. I just am having a little block on it. But anyway, so, kids and school teachers got it going on, don't they?
Oh, they do. Absolutely. I mean, look at us. We turned out all right.
That's right. That's right. Well, at least you did. I became a lawyer. Some people would say that's a little sketch, but that's that's a subject for another day. So how did you? I know you're a very creative guy, and you're one of the designers for your shoe line and everything. How'd you get into that kind of line of work?
Absolutely. So my dad was a tremendous artist growing up as a kid. I idolized him and his, artistic abilities. Always wanted to be just like him. And to me, he would basically, I would just make him draw my favorite, superheroes as a kid growing up. my favorite by far, my favorite by far was him drawing Clark Kent running and changing into Superman. I mean, to me, he could do it better than the Marvel comics. You know, but he was a supervisor for the Defense Depot, served in the Army, Vietnam War, just, you know, all that good stuff. But you know, that was his day job. But to me, he could have been an artist. He was just that good. And from there, I just kind of tapped into the fact that I had a strong infatuation with footwear design. And I would begin studying at a very young age, as early as elementary, when I was attending campus school. You know, the designer behind all of the iconic Air Jordans. His name is Tinker Hatfield. He works for Nike. You know, again, at a very young age, I would recreate the Air Jordans and convert them over into Air Bogards. And I'd have usually a classroom full of students hovering over me during math, my least favorite subject. And I'd autograph them and give them away, you know, every day. I was just, you know, perfecting my craft at a very young age and just kind of honing in on, you know, something that I was very, very, you know, into.
Yeah. So tell us about SoGiv. What is the company and what does it do? Sure.
So SoGiv, the name was derived from our slogan, every pair sold we give, taking the S-O out of sold and the G-I-V out of give. And through the organization, we raise awareness towards, you know, important causes globally. It's a global initiative. And, you know, we help to eradicate everything from hunger. We provided just over 13,000 meals in partnership with the Mid-South Food Bank, a Feeding America company. One pair of the SoGiv hunger awareness shoes actually provides 150 meals. Wow. Because for every $1 donated to the food bank is equivalent to 3 meals. So creatively, we were able to put that into what a shoe retailed for at the time, which was $50. And so creatively, here we are, 13,000 plus meals later. But again, yeah, to answer your question, it's everything from eradicating homelessness to hunger. That's what SoGiv does.
Through your shoes.
Through the shoes, absolutely. Yeah, hashtag more than a shoe.
Well, you don't just wake up one day and start that. What was the prep work you had to do, both for starting a company like that, but more importantly, getting to the point where you were, you know, you were confident to be a commercial shoe designer?
Absolutely. So I would go on again to just really perfect my craft, you know, throughout elementary, you know, junior high and high school at the Cap Art program. And I turned down a, you know, opportunity to play, you know, collegiate golf at an HBCU, Alcorn State, to receive a portfolio scholarship instead to the Savannah College of Art and Design in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
SCAD, that's right. Yeah, I'm a SCAD grad, very proud SCAD grad. So I would go off to, you know, to study there for 4 years. Again, just perfect my craft, ultimately earning a BFA in product industrial design. You know, from there, like it kept getting better and better. I was turned down by numerous shoe companies. You know, I won't call their names to give them any credit for turning me down. But that's what led to the inspiration of starting my own shoe company. A bunch of no's, you know, just, you know, led me to creating my yes, if you will, and starting a shoe company.
That's so Memphis, you know.
That's right.
You don't want me? Okay, fine. I'm going to put you out of business.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. That's our spirit.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you got some samples of your shoes that you could show us?
I do, absolutely. So I'm going to share with you guys. You know, I know this podcast is probably going to be out maybe around the time these come out, but they haven't been shared with anyone yet. So you get an early look here.
Breaking news right here on the S.
That's right. Breaking news. So these are part of the upcoming collections here. The SoGiv Orange Mound awareness shoe in that neon orange. And it's in partnership with Juice Orange Mound in Orange Mound. And one pair eradicates homelessness. So every pair sold, you're eradicating homelessness through this really awesome design. It has the orange silhouette there on the back heel of the shoe. Our slogan, which is part of this upcoming global campaign we're going to launch here. I'm wearing the hat, Run World Change, but it's featured on the back heel there as well. So this is part of the upcoming releases. Every SoGiv shoe features our mark, which is, our swoosh, if you will, but it's basically the entire world on a tilt.
Oh, okay.
And it's symbolic of the entire world racing towards we all believe is a finish line. And that finish line being, cures for various diseases that we support at SoGiv, to eradicating homelessness in this case. So that's one of the upcoming shoe releases in partnership with Juice Orange Mound that actually house homeless people in Orange Mound. Another upcoming release is the SoGiv Pepto Pinks for breast cancer awareness.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, you got the awareness ribbon there on the back heel of the shoe. You've got the 3M reflective stripe for your night runners. 317. So these were specially created for Janine Gordon, former Bluff City Life host at Action News 5, who recently stepped away to run a campaign. Hence the Run World Change, again, is, the new slogan.
Yeah.
That's the Pepto Pinks. And last but not least, there's a war going on right now. So these are the SoGiv Ukraine awareness shoes that features the Ukraine flag on the back tab and front tag here, as well as the Ukraine flag there. The shoe design is actually inspired by the streets. So you'll see, silhouettes of the street throughout the shoe, basically symbolizing the things take place in the streets, whether it's your walk runs for, causes such as breast cancer awareness, homelessness, war, you name it, is primarily taking place in the street. And not to mention runners primarily run in the street, right?
Yeah.
So hence the Run with the Shoe World Global Initiative and changing the world through a shoe.
That's great. All right. So when will those models be available?
So these are set to begin for pre-release here in the coming week. So as early as next week, they will be available to pre-order at sogiv.org.
That was my next question: is where can they grab some of these shoes? So okay, we'll put that up on the screen and probably have it up there most of the time. So if you want to grab some of these shoes, not only they look good, and I'm sure make you run faster, right?
They're light as a feather. They weigh less than an ounce.
But it's great causes that SoGiv is partnered with, and I think now I would assume you've gotten a big reaction, a positive reaction on the fact that not only can your customers get a great pair of shoes that look great, but that they're also doing something proactive in the process.
That's right. Absolutely. It's been a tremendous response. Again, not just in Memphis, but globally. Our shoes right now are making a difference out in Romania in partnership with the Salvation Army. The SoGiv Red awareness shoes. Red Shoe Reasons, a spinoff of their Red Kettle Reasons, when they ring the bell for the, Christmas holidays. But they're making an impact right now as we speak out in Romania. You've got captains at the chapters there posing in front of the parliament, which is one of the largest buildings in the world out there. And we've been blessed. It's been a 10-year run. We were awarded a proclamation from Mayor Jim Strickland and the city of Memphis just last year to commemorate that 10-year impact that we've made at SoGiv. And we've been blessed to partner with the likes of Steven Tyler from Aerosmith and his organization, Janie's Fun, inspired by one of his biggest hits, Janie's Got a Gun. That shoe that I created featured Steven's silhouette of his microphone and his his scarf that he wraps around the microphones on the side of the shoe. And it also included a SoGiv Sharpie that allowed you to write the name of the girl that you were walking for. Janie's Fund is an organization that raises awareness for abused girls. And they're out in LA, but they're doing tremendous work nationally. And we were happy to be a part of that.
No, that's great. I envy you. I really do. I mean, to have a business that's successful, making money, that's one thing. But to be able to do that and do some good in the world, that's got to be, it's just got to be very rewarding in and of itself.
Absolutely. It's the most, gratifying thing I've ever done, to be honest. So I love it. So you built an organization that's lasted 10 years. What's the footprint of the organization right now? And are they all in Memphis, or you got people virtually all over the world? Right. So virtually have ambassadors, all over the world. But the footprint moving forward is to have a SoGiv chapter in each of the 7 continents, going back to, this mark, right? The entire world rests towards what we all believe is a finish line. Sure. So we want to definitely, leave a footprint in all 7 continents globally. That's the ultimate for SoGiv.
All right. Well, let me know when you establish your brick and mortar in Antarctica.
You got it. You got it.
Well, very good. A lot of people, I think right now one of the kind of the hip things to do is to say you're an entrepreneur. You got people like Gary Vee out there and others who are, kind of cheerleading for entrepreneurs. And I think the gig economy in general really kind of points people in that direction. What advice would you have for a young person who's thinking, man, I can start a business? What don't they know that they ought to think about going into that?
A lot of trial and error, more no's than yeses. It's not a cakewalk. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. There is you're starting something from the dirt, right? From scratch here, and you're creating what will be known as your blueprint. So just don't go in it thinking that it's going to be a breeze, because it's everything far from a breeze. We make it look easy when we do these interviews and we get on here and smile, but it's more to it than what you see, in front of you. So that would be the biggest, bit of advice that I would share with, upcoming entrepreneurs, old, young. It's not a cakewalk, but you can, look good doing it in some stylish pair of shoes.
Do you have a pair for entrepreneurs?
I don't. No, I don't. But no, I don't. We
raise money for Junior Achievement or somebody like that and do a pair for entrepreneurs.
I would love to do that. Hopefully they're watching and we can partner and do that. That'd be great. Cool.
Well, let me ask you this. All right, going back, like you say, there's an old saying about someone who's a overnight success. It just took them 20 years to get there.
That's right.
Can you tell a story or can you think of a time when, the success of SoGiv wasn't a given, that you ran into a challenge and it was one of those things where, it could go either way and you were persistent and prevailed? Because I think that is what a lot of people, whether they look at LeBron James or Fred Smith or you.
Oh, yeah.
Or Michael Jordan or whoever that's successful in business or successful at whatever it is they're doing, looking back, it looks inevitable. But there are always moments when, if you quit, if you get discouraged and quit, then there's no SoGiv.
That's right.
That thing like that.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, that's just part of the process. My mom, one of my biggest, my biggest by far inspiration, would give me very sound advice in college. I mean, it started as early as college, because in college, going to a school like SCAD, they try and break you. We'd have to make presentations to support our product designs before, people like Procter & Gamble and Motorola. And they try and break you mentally, and it started in college, to be honest with you, John. And I would talk to my mom, back here in Memphis, and she'd tell me, I was like, I just want to give up, and throw in, and she basically get me right back on track with, a few simple words like give up and do what, right? Like, what's the plan B, So there was no plan B in this case. It was only a plan A, and thank God it worked out because she had known how much I poured into it, prior to uttering those words of giving up and throwing in the towel. It's kind of, something she always says is, you throw in the towel, but God throws it back at you and it hits you in your face, knocks you out, right? That's a sign from God that, no, you keep going, you're on the right path, and it's all gonna, ultimately work out in the end.
Sure. Well, what's next for SoGiv? What's the future hold?
For sure. So as I mentioned, these exciting new awareness shoe releases that we're extremely, extremely excited about. This is just a few that I have in front of you here, but we're very excited about this new, campaign of running world change through our awareness shoes, and highlighting community change makers across the globe as well to coincide with the Run World Change campaign. People doing some great stuff in their communities, and them becoming ambassadors for the brand and wearing the shoes wherever they may be in the world, highlighting them through SoGiv, and just growing the brand. And again, ultimately, having a presence in all of the continents in the world. We have something called a SoGiv design charrette that was inspired by design charrettes hosted back at SCAD when these companies like Motorola and Procter & Gamble that I mentioned earlier, they come in, and it's basically a 3-day design intensive, and you're paired in groups of 5. You have a problem, and you basically solve the problem through creative design. So in this case, you're identifying a problem and solving it through creative footwear design. I launched that initiative about 5 years ago with the University of Memphis Tigers football team. One of their number 1 recruits at the time, he was a quarterback, Jason Stewart, was inspired so that he went on to start his own t-shirt company. And he would go on to, after college, of course, to design these t-shirts for Odell Beckham and, other superstars in the NFL. But he was inspired, and to this day, shouts me out where he got his, drew his inspiration from. It was from the design charrette that I hosted for U of M. And here recently, back about a year ago with Memphis City Schools, we did the same thing with a school-wide design charrette and partnership involving all 27 schools, SES, and it was went from 100 students in round 1 to top 20 to top 10 in rounds 2 and 1. And the ultimate winner came from Germantown High School. So,
well, very good. That's
yeah.
So just we look forward to you building the brand. Any got anything you can? I know you've already broken some news here, but
right,
any new kinds of product lines or charities that you're going to be working with that you know about in the next year or two?
I do, but I can't speak on them at this moment. But they are pretty exciting. And I just say stay tuned to SoGiv. Follow us at More Than a Shoe on Instagram, and SoGiv on Twitter, and SoGiv on Facebook, and of course our website. But just follow us on social media. There's going to be a lot of exciting awareness shoe releases and initiatives coming here in the near future.
All right, I've got my phone. I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram, and
awesome.
I'm gonna look forward to that. And everybody out there, everybody's got to buy shoes.
That's right.
So if you got to buy shoes, buy from this man, because you'll be helping the world by
That's
doing
right.
it.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
You do that anywhere else.
That's right. Support the home team, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Well, Edward, thank you so much for being on the show and raising awareness for your brand. And I'm going to buy some of those, some of the breast cancer awareness shoes. I think they look
Awesome.
really good with a black suit. Don't you?
They do. I wear them
really
with my
good.
suits all the time. I don't wear dress shoes anymore. I only wear SoGiv. So
Well,
it's perfect pairing. Perfect.
If you don't wear anything else, you know, I would imagine another guy in Oregon only wears a certain kind of shoes too. So
that's right. Yeah, you know what? And I was inspired by that guy because I noticed him wearing his shoes with his suits. So that's where the idea came from.
There you go. Well, Edward, I've really enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you around.
Absolutely.
And look forward to watching you just blow up along with your brand, because they're great. I love the look. I know that our viewers do too.
Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for turning into this episode of Ask Alan, the podcast. If you've enjoyed this, please share it on social media. Email it to your friends. Let's get the word out there about this great Memphis company that's doing so much good in the world. Edward's going to go put shoes on everybody's feet and eradicate bad things in our world. And I'm going to go get some justice. Thank you all very much.